Okay, I'm gonna go get my sweater. Be right back. Okay, I was panicking for a second because I thought maybe I hadn't muted this video and I just did the nastiest, loudest Shrek burp you would ever hear me do, which I guess you guys probably don't care that much if I'm burping, but it was nasty. It was pretty gross. Okay, so I do kind of have colors picked out for this girly girl. So this is, hopefully my lighting is okay. Let me do this. This is Sailor Pluto, and I alluded to her earlier, and oh, I'm so out of breath. I always do this, but Sailor Pluto is my personal favorite Sailor Scout. So I decided to give her a draw. I have yet to draw. I actually don't think I've drawn a Sailor Scout yet. Let me zoom out a little bit. I don't think I've drawn a Sailor Scout yet. Not at least with alcohol markers, and I'm actually a little disappointed in myself. No, I take that back. I did do a Sailor Moon one time, but I digress. Sailor Pluto is my favorite sailor from Sailor Moon, and you actually don't even see her, I'm pretty sure, in the first season, or at least not in the first like few episodes of the show. So she comes in a little bit later, and I just always thought her character design and her colors were so cool. She was always so calm, cool, and collected too. So I was just like, I don't know. I love her. All right, let me get some music on before we start. Let me see. I have been listening to Stardew Valley music lately, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. I'll just put on my Spotify day list. How about that? There was a burp. Oh man. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. I actually I don't know why I care that much. There we go. Yeah. Because I feel like you guys probably don't care if I burp. All right. So let's do this thing. And I have something really exciting too. I have, I bought this Demon Slayer, like blind bag box thing, and I am so excited. I bought it and I thought maybe I could open it with you guys at some point while I'm doing this stream. They are also stinking cute. I love this show / movie so much, and it would be my dream if I could get her, and I can't remember her name all of a sudden, or her. I love like the bug Hashira. She's my favorite if you guys have watched Demon Slayer, but actually her little sister who doesn't talk, she is like my all-time favorite. I'm obsessed with her. I love her so much. And I forget her name. I should know. Oh, it says it. This one. Kaneo Tsuyuri? I actually did not know that was her name. And I'm probably saying that wrong. But I do love Shinobu Kocho, but I would be very, very happy if I got her. Honestly, I'd be happy with any of these, which is actually kind of why I got this bag in particular. So I will be opening this a little bit later, probably like when my hand needs a break from coloring. So I have my colors picked out because thankfully Sailor Pluto already kind of has specific colors. So she's got green hair. She's got a red ribbon. She's got a yellow crown. She doesn't have like, actually, she doesn't have much, like I think there's only about like 3 colors that I need to pick. So I'm going to just start with her hair, the biggest thing that's on the paper. So I just need to figure out what color I'm going to do. So I'm going to do hair, come back, do her skin, yada, yada. You guys get the idea. Ooh, I love this song that's playing right now. It's from Dave the Diver. If you guys have ever played Dave the Diver, it is probably one of my favorite video games, actually. It's so good. It's so good. All right, so this is my swatch sheet for previous drawings. Okay, I need to bring my camera down because Grace, hello, hi. I cannot, as of this moment, I need to bring my camera down because I can't see if people are texting me. Or messaging me on the video. So I need to adjust it here. That didn't do anything. Oh boy. Whatever, it's fine. I'm just gonna have to pop up every now and then to see if anybody's talking in the chat, because I don't want to miss anything in the chat, because that's very important to me that I'm, you know, I wouldn't, if I didn't want to be talking in the chat, I would not have a live stream. Okay, so I am going to play around with all of these greens. So I'm looking for a bit of a turquoisey color. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm just gonna grab, let me see here. I do also want to start light and work my way dark. Potentially. Okay, let's try glass green. Green shadow. Light holly green. These all might be too blue. This is going to be difficult. Especially for me because I like this one, yellow green. I have very high standards for how I want my colors to look. Let's see here. So this is this is more on the bluish end, but a little bit darker. Okay, guys. I might need to start a new page for my swatches. And we shall. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. All right, so I'm gonna start with Mignonette. Mignonette, I was trying to pronounce this on another channel, but this is, these are Ohuhu markers, and this is G110, and I believe this is a French word, mignonette. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. Maybe even more, why not? It's like, I need to turn my camera. There we go. So much better. Okay, so this is G110, and I think that's a little bit too yellow. Let's come down. All right, no, that's not gonna work. That's not the color I'm looking for. I'm looking for the perfect Pluto hair color. That's still a little bit yellow, but the great thing about alcohol markers is they always dry a different shade. I don't know if that's a great thing, but this is G8 glass green. And I have to write these down or I will instantly forget. 'Tis my curse. Let's see. Ooh, this is a lot closer to what I'm looking for. This actually might be a winner. This is Green Shadow, G420. It's still a little bit yellow. Here, I'll show you guys. G420. No, I'm not gonna make a 420 joke. Somebody else can, though. Okay, this is, I don't think that's it. G420 right now is the closest to what I'm looking for. All right, that's light, or yeah, 420. Light holly green. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, this is really on the yellowish end. I'm not even gonna try this one. G120. Where's G120? It's supposed to go right here. Okay, let me grab some bluer greens. So this literally is, here, let me zoom out. This is literally blue-green. Oh, I am missing, am I missing some markers? No, I just have a lot of them. Okay, let's see. I've got jade green. That's not gonna be right though. That's gonna be too blue. Beige green. Well, I can try lime green. Lime green, if I remember correctly, lime green is like a weird one where it is not like lime. Yeah, right. To me, that's not lime green. To me, that's like a moss green. That's G220. So as of this exact moment, I'm using only Ohuhu markers, but I do have some Copic markers, which are the fancy expensive brand. So this is what I have here. I have olive and what is that? Celadon green. So I can guarantee you though that these are not going to be what I'm looking for, but I will, yeah, wow. That's like acid green right there. GY25. Yeah? No, YG. Oh, I didn't write these down. What am I doing? Oh no. I hope okay. No, because that's G420. What have I done? Oh my gosh, I did not write these down. I hate when I do this to myself. Okay, so this one was lime green, 6220, or no, G220. Mamma mia. And then this was light holly green, which was G410. All right, right now this is the color, this is the closest to the color I'm looking for. I feel like it's still not quite blue enough, but this is too murky. We're gonna get there. We're just trying to figure out hair color for Sailor Pluto. Wow, that is not it. But I appreciate your service. G99. Okay, we are not doing any of those colors. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I have a new bag of markers that's got some greens in it. So let's explore these real quick. All right, there's gotta be a few. Oh, ooh, okay, here we go. Sea glass blue, seafoam green. These look promising. Okay. Pale green. I'll try it. I don't know if that's gonna be it though. Okay. I think this might get us somewhere. All right, so we have. All right, I'm really hoping that this is the color I'm looking for. So sea glass blue. Please, please, please. Now it might be more blue than what I want, but we're about to find out. It's just a little light, but with alcohol markers, when you layer, it sometimes makes it darker, so we'll see. BG24. I also don't want it to be too dark at all. Seafoam green, BG310. These are the markers with the fine nib. Oh, see, that's too blue. Too blue. BG310. I'm glad I have all of these, though, to kind of have as a reference. So these are so similar in color right here. Wow. All right, I'm now leaning towards the BG24. All right, let's just see what the pale green looks like, just to give it a shot. So this is G34 pale green. I don't hate it. Still a little bit too yellow for what I'm looking for what I'm doing. G34. It's so pretty though. All right, I am gonna do one thing. What is the one that I like? This one right here. I am gonna do one thing. Another thing I should say. I have all of my dark markers. I'm just worried these are gonna be way too dark. But I'm gonna give them a try. All right, yeah. This one's hella dark. But we will see. Woo! It's also a little bit more blue than what I'm looking for. I mean, maybe. Let's see what the pond green looks like. Let's see. Ooh, okay. This is actually very close to what I'm looking for. This might be our winner. It's a little dark though. I'm like trying to decide if I want to stick with the darker color. I feel like I do. I feel like I want her hair to be this color. Which is a little bit unfortunate because this is an older marker, so it does feel like the nib is kind of falling apart a little bit. But I feel like this is hitting it on the head. Like this is exactly Sailor Pluto's hair color right here. This is a tough one because this is also just like a lighter version of that. I could always go in with the BG24. Oh yeah, I was gonna give this one a try. Oh my gosh, look at me not writing these down again. PB10. And then this is G360. All right, we'll get around to drawing here, you know, like soon, like in an hour. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I was gonna give this one a try. Just to give everybody a fair shot. All right, so this one is G440. Pretty, but not what I'm looking for. Where did this come from? Yeah, G440. Okay, you guys. This might be my winner for her hair. This is what I'm gonna do. I am going to do a few shades of the BG24. Yeah. Leaf green, that's also going back in here. Okay, and I'm gonna see what it looks like when I put the darker one on top, because I could always do some nice like highlight action. However, I really like a good solid color, you know, like I've been trying to do like hair highlights using the alcohol markers. I'll show you guys. Here. I will show you. Let me put these away because I'm not using them. G410. Yep, G410, G420, G110. I have a system, guys, I promise. And then this is G8. Ooh, one of these goes in my other... One of these goes in my other bag. Where'd it go? Oh no. Oh no, G8. Yeah, G8. There we go. I knew it went somewhere in here. Okay, so I will show you guys. So what lately I really like when my hair on my characters is just like solid, right? So like I like when it's just one color and then maybe I add a few highlights. What I did recently that I did not like, where is she? Okay, so I drew Alyssa Liu, and I did not like the way I was trying to like blend her hair and like create highlights and make like the strands and stuff. Does that make sense? Like I think I just like a solid, like a nice solid color for my characters. Sorry, gosh, I'm burping so much. That's what I get for drinking a Coke before streaming. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go bold and just do the G360. We're just gonna go for it. I think that's the color. I think that's the way to go. The thing is I feel like I gotta pick one or the other. What? Yeah, there we go. I feel like I gotta pick one or the other. So that's what it looks like when it's on top of that. This is the difference between the two colors. Man, oh man, what a difference. I gotta decide. I have a decision to make. Alright, I'm going dark. From what I remember of Pluto, she's got dark hair. So we are doing dark hair, you guys. Dark bluish green hair is what we are going for. It's what I wanted to do. It's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this away so I don't accidentally use it. Where would it go, though? What is this? Oh. All right. Wish me luck. Let's get drawing. I'm going to like adjust my camera a little bit here. There we go. Hopefully my lighting is decent. Alrighty, let's do it. Let's do it. I kind of want to do a spot that feels like a little bit harmless. So I'm going to start at the bottom here. I'm a little bit warmed up. I did do some drawing this morning. Ooh-wee. This is drying fast since it's an older marker. The ink isn't flowing as quickly as like a newer marker would. So I have to be on my game. Man, it's one dry marker. That's okay. Look at what I just did. Silly. I am in the zone, the war zone. Man, alcohol markers just lay on so thick and so fast. And they bleed if you're not careful. And they also dry off so quickly. I'm not too worried about her earrings over here because I'm just gonna go, other than this like little cross situation, I'm just gonna go back in at some point and I'm just gonna like use a probably, oh geez Louise, probably an acrylic marker. All right, this color is going on fairly smooth. I'm just being a little sloppy with the intention of making sure my ink doesn't dry on me. Kind of like watercolor a little bit. Somebody said that to me yesterday. They're like, oh, use alcohol markers. It's kind of like painting. I was like, oh yeah, definitely like painting. With ink, with watercolor, you have to go so fast. If there's anyone in the group chat, by the way, I am so sorry. If you're trying to talk to me, I am unable to look at the screen. But yeah, somebody asked me what medium I use, and I said alcohol markers, and they're like, oh, interesting. And I always have to explain that like alcohol markers are like the fancy markers that manga artists use and have used for like years and years. And they're really, they're more expensive. There are some that are more affordable, like the Ohuhu markers I'm using now. These are more cost effective than say the Copic, the regular manga artist Copic markers. Goodness gracious, I'm going so sloppy with this. I'm trying to work so fast. Sorry, Pluto. I want to do you justice. Like, look at that. Oh, man. Here we go. If I go outside the lines a little bit, it is okay. That is what I am telling myself. Yeah, but the woman I was talking to, she was just like, oh, so it's a little bit, because I said, you know, they're so smooth and that they, if you do it right, they blend together really well. And you do have to work really fast. And she was like, oh, it's kind of like watercolor painting. And I was like, you know what? That's a very good, I think, comparison. For sure. She was not wrong. All right, you guys. This color is so gorgeous. I am so glad I picked this color. I'm very happy with it. I'm also really glad I started with the bottom portion because I'm feeling a lot more confident now that I'm getting closer to her face, which it's easier, like, I don't want to mess up the hair around her face, right? I'm so sorry if anyone's in the group chat right now. See what I did there? I kind of just connected the line so it almost just looks like it's a hairline. Sometimes you just gotta do your little tricks. I typically don't paint like I'm brushing. Like you see I'm doing these little brush strokes. Typically I do really, really solid, like up and down lines, but for her hair, I think I'm trying to make it all look really cohesive. All right, am I still in the camera? Okay. Shadows Kale's Bakugo fan. Hi, hello. Oh, okay, hello, hello. I will say, unfortunately, this this is not doing this color justice. It looks so much more beautiful. More skills, yay. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Oh my goodness. This is like such a beautiful color. And this camera is just not doing it, guys. It's not showing how gorgeous it is. Maybe I can zoom out or zoom in. This is why I always tell people to follow me on Instagram because, yeah, because this is so much more vibrant and green. Oh, Shadow Scale subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, and if you're watching this now or in the future, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Because us artists, we, so much anymore, our, what's what I'm looking for? Our currency? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Our currency runs in likes and subscribes nowadays. We don't get paid much money in general anymore, unfortunately. People don't buy prints, they don't buy stickers, things like that, which is like, I get it. You can only have so many. So currency for us is like likes and subscribes because that gets us even closer to being able to have sponsors and ads and, you know, I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers at some point so that I can do a horizontal video. That's my goal right now. So, you know, it's things like that that, you know, likes and subscribes really mean a lot to us social media artists, you know. Okay, guys, her hair looking good. I'm very happy with this. I will say I lost some of my line art over here on the by her bun, so I'm gonna have to go back in and fix that at some point. But now I want to do her skin, so I'm gonna do that. So I need to find her skin color. So to my knowledge, Sailor Pluto has always been a little bit more tan, like on the tan side. So I always interpreted her as being Native American, but that was just my personal interpretation. So I just need to figure out what color her skin is going to be, but I want it to be a little bit darker. I did. Hee me too. Yes, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's figure out Pluto's skin color. Let's do that next. Also, I just need to point out that this is a side profile, not even a hard side profile, but like a quarter turn a little bit. Maybe not even a quarter turn. This was very hard to figure out how to get her face exactly how I wanted. So I'm very proud of myself. I have come a long way when it comes to side profiles. So I am going to acknowledge that I did a good job. So go me. All right, so skin tone. You should, thank you. Sorry, I'm now chewing on some Easter candy. I know it's not even Easter, but you know, they get that candy out nice and early. Alright, this is not the color. R050. We're just gonna put that one right back. Alright, so I'm looking for a bit of an orangey taupey, because again, she is a nice darker skinned tan woman. If I remember correctly, this is, get out of here, this is pretty orange. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out so that you guys can see. Okay. Now you can see the markers I'm pulling from. Okay, so this is eggshell white. I do use this a lot for skin tones, or I have. That's not bad, actually. It's a little orange, but it won't dry that color. It's E090. Alright, this is salmon pink. I think this is pretty dark. Ooh, it's very, very orange. Don't ask me how this is salmon pink. All right, E090 is winning so far. I don't know. I feel like I'm looking for something a little more like on the red side. I'm gonna keep looking here. All right, I've got light to you. You know what I could do? I don't know why I'm making my life harder than it needs to be. So I've already swatched a ton of stuff. So I can kind of go, so YR06, that feels really good. I actually really like that. Let's see real quick. I know it's over here. So this is raw cashew. Yeah, I've already color swatched so many markers, so I can literally just go back and see what I've done already. All right, I'm gonna put this back. That's not happening. These are not happening. E020. I should probably do this after the live, but oh no, I got that in the wrong spot. No, I didn't. There we go. I should probably do this after the live, but I'm so like anal and like to be organized. All right, so this is E090. This is the one I just did. I did like that. This looks like it's a little darker and a little redder. Let's see. This is Look at this, guys. Wow. I don't even know if the lighting for this is gonna do it justice, but mamma mia, that's a lot of swatching. This is white, so that's the orangey one. Let's see. This is too orange, this is too brown. This is also too orange. I need something that's a little bit more like in the reddish. Too bad I'm not organized like at all. Too dark, too brown. What I might end up doing is, yeah, YR4 can go here. What I might end up doing is sticking with this raw cashew color, which I've already swatched, and if I need to, I can go over it again to make it darker. If I need to. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna see, let me put my paper under. YR06. You guys probably were not expecting to come in here and just see me swatch a bunch of markers. Ooh, goodness. Ooh, thanks for the heart. Feel free to join the chat. I always have a lot to say. So this is the RY. So I'm gonna see what these look like when they're layered, like when you do 2 layers of the same color. No, I'm not gonna layer the 2 together. I just don't think that's necessary. I don't know if it'll make much of a difference, honestly. All right, so this is EO. These are so close. These are so similar in color. So this one is raw cashew, and this one is eggshell white. So we are gonna let those dry real quick. And since they're drying, I'm gonna take a drink of my my Diet Coke. Okay. But this is what I'm gonna do. Times 2, so that I know. I also have to make sure that it goes with this green that I just picked for myself. It's like I'm almost feeling the E090, this like orange in contrast, like it's more vibrant in orange, and I feel like in contrast with the green it looks good. Like this looks a little bit more dull than what I'm hoping for. All right, let's put in that E090. Let's see how that looks. This definitely makes it look a little more orange, but it's also still wet. All right, and this is the YR06, yeah. So that's even darker. So this almost looks more orange with 2 layers. Let me see. These might be too orange. I was hoping for more of like a reddish tint. I don't know if any of these are gonna work. I wish I wasn't so picky. I don't know how much it actually matters. Because this R15 might, let's see. All right, this is not R15, but this is pretty close. Let's see. I'm almost looking for more of like a reddish skin tone here. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh, that might be a winner. R090. It's a little darker. I'm hoping it dries less orange. This is too orange, but this might be a winner. Oh, okay. You can find it. I believe in myself. YR11. Thank you for believing in me. Ooh, okay, R090 might be my winner. It's like a little bit on the reddish side, but that's kind of what I was looking for. Let me see. Ooh, this one's also good too. So this one's called Pink Lemonade. That might dry a little more red. YR55. Okay. All right, as of this exact moment, I'm leaning towards R090, and it looks a little bit like on the reddish pinky side. But this might also win too. I say win. It's not a competition. Oh, sure it is. These markers don't know a difference. Right now, light tea rose is winning. You're a winner. All right, let's see how that looks next to the green here. Markers don't have feelings. Right now, you're looking good, my friend. Oh, this also looks good too, though. It's a little less red. It's still drying, though. This is what I'm gonna do. YR55. This is oh. What did I just do? R090 is light tea rose. Okay, okay. So this is Pink Lemonade. And this is a newer marker, so it's gonna be a little, just nicer. Like the ink is gonna flow a little bit better. At least it should. Oh yeah, I'm not doing these. No, no, no. These can go right back where they came from. Goodbye. YR06. Also, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please, please. Oh, this goes over here. All right, and then YR11 was this. Way too bright. I do like this bright color. It's really beautiful. But that's not what I'm looking for. Wait a second. Where did you come from? Yes. I have to make sure I'm putting everything in the right spot, or I'll lose my mind. Okay, so I'm kind of leaning towards this because it's a little bit lighter, it seems, and it seems like I could always go over it again to make it darker, which is, I didn't write down the number. Oh, that's YR55. I feel like in, oh, okay, okay. Or is good. Or 9 is good, okay. The R090 is good, you think? You're leaning towards the R090. See, you might be right, because that's actually a little bit closer to what I was kind of going for. I'm just nervous it's going to be too dark. Because the thing about alcohol markers is you can always go darker, but you can't go lighter. It's kind of like watercolors. The YR55, I might be able to do a couple layers. Also, this music is not doing it for me. Alright, YR55. So I'm gonna see what it looks like with 2 layers. I like debate and like battle over these things way more than I should. It's very intense. I will say what I might do is get that E090 and see how it looks for doing like the nose and the lips and stuff like that. Like if that adds any sort of tint. It doesn't seem like it does much. This is where you guys just get to see me just like go off. Okay, I need something a little more red. Where's the R050 here? Let's try that one. Where's the R050? Where are you? Welcome to my live stream where I'm just a little bit unhinged. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this is YR55. A little manic. Alright, I think I actually want to do for her lips, maybe the R15. Yeah, I think maybe R15. Let's see how that looks real quick. And I know exactly where that is. Nope, I thought I knew where it was. Wait, what the heck? Alright, let's try pear color since I can't find my other one. Alright. Let's see if that shows up a little bit more. So that's R29. We're getting there, you guys. We're getting there. So close. So we'll see if that dries orangey or if that dries like a brownish color. Also, I just realized I have my paper on the wrong side because I always want to have like a layer between pages because this will go right through. So this might be a little bit too orange. I'm looking for more of like a reddish, like a light reddish shade. So maybe Sardonyx. However, I'm pretty sure this is running out. And then I think my prawn, my light prawn is also, yeah, that's running out. Guys, I need more markers. Because you can never have enough markers. Alright, this might be too dark. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Nope. What to do for her lips and her, like her nose area. So that's way too orange. I can never find like a good just blush, like a reddish, maybe this. Ooh, that might be my winner. So this is Sardonyx also. These are technically the same. R21, I didn't write any of this down. Alrighty. I think R21 might be the way to go. This might be too pink. Yeah, too pink. I don't want to overdo it. All right, so here's what we got. I'm like actively changing my mind. Okay, I think we're gonna go with what Shadow Scales Bakugo fan said. I think we might do the 090. I'm just gonna be brave on this one. Yep. And then with that, I'm going to do Sardonyx for the lips and then the nose. So hopefully that dries like more of like a reddish orangey color. Also for her cheeks too. Just to like add a little bit of like color to her face. Okay, I think this is my winner. Yep. Gosh, I'm sweating. These always feel like such big decisions to me. I feel like if I took some pressure off myself, it wouldn't feel so intense. But alas, I am who I am. Oh, here, let me make sure I have the right color. Alright, so this is the R090, which is right here. This is the Sardonyx, which is right here. All the rest of you go over here. Out of my reach. I have grabbed the wrong color way too many times. R29. Alright, guys. Let's do this. You are so underrated. Oh my god. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. I've heard that before, and I think first off, I think there's a lot of really amazing artists that are online that aren't getting a lot of like love and recognition, you know, like they don't get a lot of viewers and things like that. And I think, I hate to say it, but you know, the algorithm, you guys, I think that's just, it is the way it is, that there's just a system that's in place right now. Yes, yes. Yeah, there's just a system that's in place right now that's just like, that caters to the small few, which is, I hate to say it, but a very small scale, what am I trying to say? Like metaphor for what's happening in our country, right? Like the top 10, maybe 5%, you know, are the ones who get a lot of coverage. And not to disparage those people, because I'm sure they would happily share the love if they could. It's just like the system. It's just, I'm popping off right now. Tell me if I'm popping off too much, but the system, you guys. It does not work for the people who are like a little bit, you know, lower on the tier, kind of like me. Anyways, I digress. Let's put in her skin. I'm gonna do this arm right here. So I'm gonna do up to the second line because this part of her sleeve is technically like sheer. So I'm going to go over it with like a light gray later. Yes. This was the right choice. I like it very much. Right now it's very orange, so it's going to get a little less orange as it dries. Oh man, I like this a lot. This looks good. And I have to be careful because this is technically like a white. So I don't want to get, see this bleeds so much, it feathers so much. All right, that looks good. I like it very much. So as you can see, my technique is a little bit different here. Oh crap, I forgot I was going a little bit further. I do more of like the up, down, slow and even stroke. So for fun, I watch a very old TV show that I have been finding episodes of it on YouTube actually, and I've been obsessed and watching it so much lately. But I have been watching a show that only aired on CCTV, and it's called A Taste of China, and it is so fascinating and incredibly beautiful. I highly recommend. It's very, I think it's a little bit niche, but it's essentially how they make food in China and how they have for years. Now this show was made like in like the early 2000s, like that era. I mean, it was on for a while, but I digress. It's so good because it just shows like the, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm here for the moon. Oh my gosh, hi, hello, hello. I'm just like talking over here, just like going off about CCTV Taste of China, and people are talking. I'm here for the moon. Be careful. Yes. I know, I need to be so careful here. This makes me so nervous. Here for the moon. There's no moon. There's no moon in this one, but this is from Sailor Moon. So if you're here for that, this is Sailor Pluto from Sailor Moon. Now, Sailor Moon was my favorite sailor growing up. So I actually have drawn her before. I have done a alcohol marker drawing of her, but it's been a while, so I'm way overdue. I need to do that classic picture where she's like, it's like a top-down picture and she's looking up and she looks like distraught. If you guys know what I'm talking about, I need to do that one. So as you can see, I stopped here because this is where her like shirt is gonna be. Shirt, outfit, her Sailor Scout outfit. All right, you guys. There we go. Her hair is so flowy and it makes me very happy. I love how flowy her hair is. Okay, now for the face portion. So she's got her little crown right there, so I have to be sure not to get that. And then also her teeth are here, so I want to make sure not to get her teeth or her eyeball. So the white of her eye. So this is just where I have to be careful. So excuse me for not responding in the group chat at this exact moment. Very, very focused right now. You can see I'm moving kind of fast because I don't want to have any dry lines on her face. I can always fix if the marker goes outside the lines, like with an acrylic marker or something, or an acrylic pen or something, but I cannot fix a dry line. All right. This music is a vibe. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I like this color. It takes a long time to dry. This color does. And you may not be able to see like what I did with her nose and lips yet, but you should be able to see it at least a little bit when it dries. Woo! Okay. Flow. Okay, I get it. Yes. Okay. Guys, we got her face. I also do feel like my lighting is kind of bad, so I do want to fix it. If I do that, is that worse? Yeah, that's worse, isn't it? Maybe I just have it too bright. No, maybe it needs to be brighter. Guys, I never know. How's that? No. No. Okay, that might be my best. Is this okay? I feel like the lighting is just like, it is what it is. All right, let me zoom in a little bit. Turn my camera a tad so you guys can see a little bit better, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. All right, she's looking like Sailor Pluto, methinks. I will say her nose and lips and cheek aren't getting as red as I thought they would. Yeah, that's not really showing up, is it? Might just be something I have to like go back in and do a couple times. So I do want her to have like a reddish nose. And this heart on her cheek, I want you to be able to see that too. There we go. I feel like we're getting somewhere with that. And I don't want her lips to be like too pinkish or red. There we go. And again, those still have to dry, so it's gonna look definitely a little bit different once it does. Alrighty. I don't need to go too crazy on that. When I start to get worried about details, that's when I tend to mess up the most. So I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna do her bow and her hair tie. So this is gonna be like a deep maroon-ish color. Now I will admit, I don't have many of those. So pretty. I love the way you drew her face. Thank you so much. Thank you. I was saying earlier, I'm actually really proud because it's really hard to draw faces at this angle, and I've always struggled with drawing faces at this angle. So I'm really happy with how she turned out. I really am. So we are gonna let that dry and come back to her face, add a few highlights, but I don't want to do too much because I really do. I want to keep, like, I want to let the markers like shine, if that makes sense. Because they're just so beautiful and they lay down so nicely. All right, so this is Sailor Pluto from Sailor Moon, and Sailor Pluto has like this really dark maroon situation going on with her bow, with her skirt, I think. So let's get some red colors. That is very dark. That is R59. It could be cool to have some like contrast. This is darker than I was thinking though. Let's see if this like, it's a little bit, what I have in mind is like more of like a reddish brown. Ooh, kind of like that actually. This might be too brown though. E17, so this is called literally reddish brass. So this, that might work. I don't know though, this like deep red is kind of cool. And somebody yell at me if I don't write down the numbers of my markers, because I deserve to be yelled at if I do not, because it drives me crazy. R160. Because then I go back and I'm like, ooh, I like that color, and then I'm like, I don't even know what marker that was. R160. I do it way too many times. So this is cadmium red. That's a no. All right, so I have this light mahogany E060, so let's see how that looks. That's a little too brown, I think. All right, as of this exact moment, I'm really digging the super dark, like maroon color. E060, it's kind of fun, right? I don't know why I have just like this one random, really dark red color. That's a little too brown. It's good to have for the future though. All right, hydration moment. Okay, you guys. Would you be interested in a free handmade sketchbook? Trocare 2961. I mean, that sounds really cool. But I did just get a brand new one, and I only have so much shelving space, so I'll definitely keep that on retainer though. So I use a lot of Ohuhu and Copic markers, but I happen to have these like these two really random markers. So this is Coral Red, and this is from the Master Touch collection, which is, what is Master Touch? This is, oh, it's like, I think this is the Hobby Lobby brand. Yes, this is the Hobby Lobby brand, if you guys know what Hobby Lobby is. So this, I have these like random, I'm afraid this is gonna like spray everywhere. I don't know why, I'm nervous. It really shouldn't do that. Did it spray? No, but it does look like it leaked a lot. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, well, let's see how this looks. Wow, this does not smell like my other alcohol markers. Like all my other alcohol markers smell like rubbing alcohol when you open them. This, it almost smells like cherries. Like this should be scented. Wait, that is so weird. This smells like, it literally smells like the color. This is, what the heck? Wait. I'm not sniffing markers, I promise. Wait a second. They are advertising this as an alcohol marker? No. I'm calling BS. I do not think so, sir. No. I mean, the color is pretty. Don't get me wrong. I do like it. All right, so this is the Blick brand, whatever, from Blick Art Studio, which is my favorite store to shop at ever. And I just happen to have this random like purplish mahogany color. This is almost exactly like this, but this doesn't lay down quite in the way I would want it to. Well, let me try. Jeez. That is dark. Okay, I'm definitely digging the R59. I'm really leaning towards that, for sure. Okay. I think that's our winner. Let's do it. Let's send it. In all honesty, I don't think I have a lot of other options. I do have this currant that might be too like purpley. Also, I'm not into this music. I'm gonna change it soon. Ooh, it's running out. I must have used this for a big project. Yeah, it's too purpley anyways. I didn't write down my numbers. Ah! Okay. I'm just gonna write Blick. And then Master Touch, because these are the only markers I have of these. All right. I think R25, we're gonna go like nice and dark. And I think I might actually even do this R160, like, or this one. Because she has a red, like, garnet thing, like a really small accent. Let's see how they look next to each other. Just real quick. This music is wild. Alright. I actually feel like that could look just fine. Okay. Give me a moment while I change my music, because this music is like kind of popping off a little bit. Or at least it was. Wait, this is so funny. As soon as I go to change it, it plays a song that I like, almost as if it was listening. Weird. What in the world? It's so funny, the playlist that it gives me. Like, I have like a playlist that is like all video game music. Because you know how like Spotify curates playlists for you? And then I have another one that's like all lo-fi. What the heck? I've listened to some weird music. Let's do the video game playlist. That's a little bit weird. Ooh, this is kind of relaxing. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's do this bow. At some point, I want to open this like blind bag that I got. Guys, she's looking cute. I like it. I think she's looking real good. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but I'm just always happy when something goes well, because so often like markers will have like a mind of their own. Here, let me close a blind real quick. Here. I don't know if that made things better or worse. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm going to like really zoom in on her bow so that you guys can really see how I do it. What do you think? Let me adjust my camera here. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, cool. All right, let's do her bow. This is also gonna go where her hair tie is. That's the plan. I'm a little nervous. This is such a dark color. Oh well. Ooh. It is a very, very soft brush. And it feathers a lot. So I'm gonna be really careful around her skin. Yeah, I'm glad I started down here. This is a Copic marker for you guys. That ink, it flows, baby. Especially on this paper. If you use alcohol marker paper, like traditional alcohol marker paper, it will not do this. But I have made the choice to use this very like thin calligraphy paper. Just because I love how the colors show up on it. All right, let's do her little hair tie. Jennifer Mowdy. Remember me? I named that one drawing Luna. Yes, I do remember you. Oh, I would have you name this one, but she's already got a name. This is Sailor Pluto from Sailor Moon. But yes, Luna. I do remember Luna. A great name. So nice. This looks so good. All right, so this is gonna go in this little, so that's an amazing name. It is. Yeah, so this is, so I did not name her. So this is Pluto, Sailor Pluto from the Sailor Moon series. She's my favorite Sailor Scout in the series. So if you're a fan, you would recognize this is the, oh my goodness, it's kind of hard to see, but this is the, she carries a scepter and it looks like this. It's got this little red gem in the middle, and then the end of it, it has a key because she holds the key to all of the dimensions in the universe, like all the parallel dimensions. Man, we're really getting into some lore here. So this is the her little gem. Intentionally leaving some white as like a reflection. All right, then we have her little yellow crown and then also her earrings. You have to go though. Oh, I'm so glad that you came even just for a little bit. All right, so we're gonna do her little, so all of the Sailor Scouts have tiaras. At least I think they do. Pretty sure they do. Yeah, no, they definitely do. So all of them have tiaras that are yellow. So I'm gonna do a nice, just solid yellow. I am gonna make sure I get the one I want though. So I'm gonna go back to my swatches. This could work. I have a lot of yellows. All right, so let's see. I feel like I just swatched a bunch of yellows. Ooh, here's a bunch here. I think the Y030 might be what I'm looking for, but what is this? I hope that's the same as this to make my life a lot easier. That would be nice. Y010, that's a little bit too light. Can you guys see? I'm like, oh no, you can't even see what I'm pointing at. I'm so good at live streaming. I'm so good at YouTube. All right, let's see here. What, I thought I did just watch a bunch of yellows, but these are not quite what I'm looking for here. Okay, so I am leaning towards this over here. This music's really beautiful. I'm kind of afraid that YouTube is going to flag this video though for copyright reasons. Y030, this is what I'm going for. Let's see. Lemon chiffon. Okay, let's give that a try and see how that looks next to our colors that we have so far. So I always try to swatch stuff just to be safe. All right, so, ooh, this is like running out. I don't need it for much though, which is nice. That's a little bit brighter than I was expecting. Let me see what this pale lemon yellow looks like. I feel like this is gonna be a little green. Oh, that's not bad. I need to write these down. Y030. And then this is pale lemon yellow, Y14. I have a lot of bright colors right now. I could go with like a really, really pale yellow. And then maybe do like 2 layers of that. What is that? Primrose, Y010. And then I also have this grayish yellow, Y110. Let's see here. It's a little orangey, but I feel like it actually could still work. Maybe. Nope, that one's not gonna work. Especially since this marker's like dying. It's dying. The boy who lived. The marker that died. Let's see here. No, way too dark. Y3. I always try to have a balance of, like, if I have really bright, bold colors, like to have I want to have a balance with like some softer colors. I think this is so pale, but I'm thinking the Y010 might be the way to go. Grayish yellow. Again, guys, welcome to the chaos of my YouTube channel. All right, that's way too bright. So the Y14 is a no. Let's see here. So I'm going to between these. So this is going to be too close to our skin tone. So I think I need to do the Y010. Because I don't want it to get lost in there. I also have let's see what Ann Eyes looks like real quick. So, from what I remember, this is like, yeah, kind of intense. GY6. Alrighty, let's see here. Alrighty, I think we're just gonna do this. Thankfully, that's so pale that if I don't like it, that would be very easy to change. Could literally just go over it with any color. Alright, so Y110 for her little tiara. Wait. No, I almost did the wrong color. Woo! Woohoo! See, this is why you gotta check. So, Sailor Pluto usually has this like really 80s style like maroon triangular shape earring. I decided to opt out for that because that's just not the vibe I was going for with her. So if you were to ever look her up or Google her, do you guys want to see a picture of like who I'm drawing real quick? I can show you here. Let me show you. So, all right. Let me get my. You guys cannot see my passcode. Not allowed. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's see. Sailor Pluto. She's so cool. Wait till you see her. Hopefully you guys can see this. All right, so the lighting, hold on. All right, so this is Sailor Pluto. Let me just, I don't know how well you guys can see, but look at how freaking cool she is. Yeah, and look at her like dark green hair, and that's her scepter with the red ball. Do you guys see it now? She looks a lot different. I mean, obviously I'm drawing her in my style. Hello, this is my first time being on your live. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you, thank you. I am drawing Sailor Pluto from the Sailor Moon series, and I'm showing everybody what she looks like. So as you can see, she's got these like red earrings that are, I don't know what to call them, but they're very like 80s style. But I did not want to do that just because that's not the vibe I'm going for. But look how cool she is, you guys. She's so cool. I don't want to go to some random website. Sailor Pluto, actually the strongest guardian, yes. Just because I love her so much. And this is her when she's not in her outfit. She's so cool, right? Look how cool she is. And she's got green hair. I don't know. That's why she's my favorite. She's my favorite. Sailor Moon is a second for me. Look at that. She's so dope. Sailor Moon is a second for me. I grew up loving Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon, like not the show, but like the character. She was my favorite character from the show growing up. But I have grown to love Sailor Pluto. She has become my favorite. I'm trying to decide how my lighting is, you guys. Do I need this? I don't know if that makes things better, because I can do natural light. I feel like natural light might be better, you guys. What do you think? Whoa. Is that better? I almost feel like you can really see the colors now. All I did was lift up my blinds. There's like a shadow going through, but I still feel like that actually works a lot better. Now you can see the colors. Wow, look at the difference. Yeah, I like natural light, same. Okay. I'm so glad you guys can see. This is so much closer to the colors that I've been doing. So much better. Okay, I apologize for the line. I mean, I just have windows, so I just have a normal house, so I can't really control that. But man, oh man, this looks so much better. You can see it so much better. All right, so next, I'm gonna do the caps of her sleeves, which are just gonna be like a lightish gray color because they are sheer in color. So I'm just gonna do a really light gray, maybe a yellow gray even. Come on, get out of there. Okay, we'll see how that looks. Because I also might even do like a really light grayish color for her like shirt. I'll show you guys later what I drew today, what I started today. All right, so this is, yeah, it's not bad. Because I don't usually like to have just like plain white as like a color. That looks a little yellow, doesn't it? All right, let's see here. We're having a very beautiful sunny day here in Ohio, which is where I live. Warm gray. Let's try a warm gray. This might be a little dark. Ooh, that's not bad. It's just this marker is dying a little bit, but I do feel like it gives the idea of like a lightish, white-ish color. I could also do pale fruit pink. That's a little bit too orange though. All right, I think our winner is gonna be the warm gray. We're gonna do that one. Just for the caps of her sleeves and potentially for her shirt too. We'll see how it looks. For the caps of her sleeve, what am I doing? For the caps of her sleeves, I just want to imply that there's like a sheer sleeve going on. Also, please like and subscribe, yada, yada, yada. I say it like it doesn't matter, but it does. It matters to me. And all other artists. If you're ever skimming through YouTube and you happen upon someone's video and you watch it, even it catches your attention for even like, I don't know, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever, give them a like, because, you know, they did something right to catch your attention. You know, it's the least you can do. It's literally like free currency. Okay, that looks good because it like implies like the caps of her sleeves. Let me get her out of the sun a little bit. There we go. Nice. I will say her little crown earring situation, I feel like I want them to be more yellow. They're not really popping right now. I might do this Y030. I wasn't going to, but I will. There we go. Ah, so much better. Now I'm gonna go back in with like probably some acrylic paint for this. All right, so now I want to do some shading. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. So I think I want to keep it fairly simple and make it like, do I want to just use the same color? I do kind of, so typically when I do shading, my go-to is to do grayish, yeah, grayish cherry is usually what I use for shading. So let's see. I'm not going to do it directly on my person, on Pluto. That's usually what I do for shading. I'll admit though, it doesn't feel very dark, does it? It doesn't feel like it's actually showing up. I think I need something a little bit darker. Let's see what this all looks like. It's a little too pink. RV 160. All right, let's see here. My grandma used to make that noise when she was thinking. What did I end up? Okay, this, man, my lighting is a little crazy, guys. I'm so sorry. It's just gonna keep changing. Oh, yeah, I like, oh, you draw so well. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you. All right, so as of this exact moment, I'm trying to figure out my shading situation. I was gonna do this grayish cherry color, but it doesn't feel like it's showing, like it's gonna show up very much. Here, let me zoom in a little bit, you guys. Ooh, this natural lighting is, it's nice, but it's like the sun is all over the place. Let's see here. Oh, this is what I was looking at right here. These two colors, if you can see. So I'm trying to figure out my shading situation for Sailor Pluto. And I do want something that's like a little bit cooler, but I just don't feel like that's gonna be dark enough. So what is that, grayish cherry? Let me see if I can find something similar, but a little bit darker. Maybe icy lavender. That's a little bit darker than what I was hoping. And a little bit cooler than what I was hoping. Let's see, what else do I have? All right, I have cherry taupe, but I have a little feeling this is gonna be too dark. So let's see, you never know. It's a little dark, but we can see what it looks like when it dries. I feel like this could actually work. All right, while I wait for that to dry, I'm gonna drink some of my drink. That might actually work, this color right here. This is cherry taupe as opposed to grayish cherry. So we're gonna put grayish cherry back. What I could do is I could go in with the grayish cherry just to play it safe, and then go in with the cherry taupe over it. I'm not doing a lot of shading on this character, mainly because I just kind of like how she's looking so far. Yeah, let's zoom out a little bit here. Alrighty. And as soon as I do the shading for her, then I think I'm gonna open up that blind bag that I had at the beginning. For funsies. Alright, I'm accumulating a lot of markers right now. I have to be really careful that I don't accidentally use the wrong one. Alright, so this is the one I'm looking for, grayish cherry. So I'm going in nice and light here. Let me zoom in. Let me turn you guys a little bit. There we go. Alright, wish me luck. So I'm just going underneath her jawline. Nothing crazy. This looks very similar to this. It's really crazy, like, what shading does to a character, you know. just a little bit under her lip. Right about there. All right. Let's see. I think I might go a little bit darker with the other color. Because I just feel like that's not showing up very much. Let's see. This is the cherry taupe. What I could do is kind of blend it out a little bit so it's not too dark. This music is interesting. All right. Oh, I recognize this song. This is from A Short Hike, which is a really, really good game. A really relaxing one. All right, that looks a little dark now, but it'll dry a lot lighter. Here, am I still on the camera? Okay. Oh, there goes all my sunlight. Hopefully you guys can still see. It's probably better, honestly. So I'm going back and forth between the lighter shadow and the darker one. And I'm gonna use this for her eye. So that it's not just plain white. Trust me, it works out. People always like panic when I draw in the white of the eye. They're like, what have you done? But I kind of know what I'm doing. A little bit. All right. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a moment here while this shading dries. And I'm also not shading her her crown, if you can tell. Yeah, I'm gonna take a moment here and I'm gonna open up my bag. I got this in the store. All right, guys, so I got this really, really cute Demon Slayer blind bag. It's reflecting so much light on my wall right now. My goodness, and it's so crinkly. But yeah, I was going to get the strawberry shortcake blind bag, but unfortunately there are only like 2 options in the bag like that I actually wanted. And with the Demon Slayer series, I want every single one of these characters. I love them so much. This is one of my favorite animes. I saw the movie in theaters. Both movies in theaters? 3 movies in theaters? I can't remember how many movies have been in theaters, but I've seen them all, and it's such a good show. So if you've never seen Demon Slayer and you like anime, please go check it out. But I thought I'd open this with you guys, so let's do it together. I'm really excited. So I'm hoping to get Kano Tsuyuri. I think I'm saying that. Kaneo. I think I'm saying that right, but she is my favorite character. She's like a silent character. She like doesn't talk that much, but she's so cute and she's so funny. But then I also love Shinobu Kochi, who is her older sister. So I'm hoping I get one of these. I also love Nezuko. Zenitsu makes me laugh. So does Inosuke. So I think out of all of these, like the one like my least favorite is probably Sabito or Sakonji. Sakonji, this guy right here. I don't know if you can see him. So hoping to not get these 2, but I'll be happy with whatever. Also, it'd be cool to get one of these too. So this is I'm guessing that this is Nezuko, but like in her like super demon form. We'll see. I don't know. So we will see. All right. Oh, and then of course I would love to get Tanjiro because I love Tanjiro. All right, let's see. I'll be happy with whatever I get, I'm sure. Where's the little... I thought they were like little opening thingies. Oh no, this is me proof. Okay, I need scissors. I thought they were like little slits. Let me grab scissors. Who am I gonna get? Who am I gonna get? I'm so excited. All right, here we go. Guys, I've never done this like on a live before. I'm really excited. Let's see who I got. Ah! All right. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I got one of the rare ones. Holy cow! This is the exclusive B. This is, oh my gosh, it is Nezuko. It's actually kind of hilarious. She's got like a vein popping out of her head. She's so hardcore. Can you guys see that? So this is Nezuko when she's in like super demon form. I called it. I knew this is what it would be. This is not what I was expecting at all. I think I would have preferred to have the normal Nezuko. This is the normal Nezuko. This is like pop off Nezuko. She's like going crazy. Holy cow. She's still gonna go. She's still gonna go on my bag though, because she's still cute, even though she's like, does this like come off? Probably don't want it to, because she'll bite you, because she's a demon. Vampire demon? I never understood. Demon Slayer, they're all demons, but they also like bite each other and then they turn into demons also, and it's like in their blood. It feels very vampiristic, but you know. All right, let's cut this off. She's going on my bag. On my backpack. I like to have these things on my bags because it always starts up conversations with like-minded people. So I love stuff like this. Nezuko! Better watch out for her. She's gonna get ya. All right, guys. Let us finish Sailor Pluto. Let's do it. I need to fix my lighting a little bit and switch everything over. I feel like on sunny days, this is what I do, is I'm constantly chasing my lighting. Let's come over a little bit here. All right, I need to adjust my situation. Man, Pluto is looking good. I'm so happy with her, and I do not want to ruin her. So what I'm gonna start to do now is I'm gonna start going in, actually I do wanna fix this. I'm gonna go in with some line work and try to define some of these lines. Okay, so I originally made, so I have like a rough color palette that I did on my iPad. If you guys, here, I'll just show you guys. So this is the rough color palette that I have on my iPad, if you can see. So this is my rough outline, and I drew her ahead of time so that I would like know what colors I want. And I feel like I'm pretty close. Her skin is a little bit more orange than I was expecting, but I actually really, really like it. So we're happy with that. I'm a little wary of doing anything with her shirt. I actually think I'm gonna just keep it white, even though I said I wasn't going to. But I actually think I like it the way it is. We're gonna leave it. The only thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just kind of fill, this is like this little white space right here is bothering me. It feels like this should be like her skin and like part of her sleeve. So I'm just gonna do that. I also feel like right here too. Whatever, I'm gonna improvise. Improvising always goes well, you know? That actually looks fine. I think that implies like the neckline of her shirt, which I just realized actually her shirt should go like straight down like this. I'm not gonna mess with it. Again, when I start getting worried about details, that's when I start to really mess things up. All right, so now I'm gonna get into some of the line art around her face to give it some definition. Hopefully you guys can see. And I'm gonna give her some highlights, which last time I did with a toothpick, and I will also do again. Mamma mia. I'm throwing things. Okay. I need my pencil sharpener. Guys, I got my pencil sharpener. I will say, I've yet to find like a truly good pencil sharpener. Nothing sharpens my pencils like evenly. Or like doesn't. If it does sharpen evenly, then it breaks. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I can't win. Alright. I'm just making a few things darker here. I'm not like reinventing the wheel. I'm just kind of going over lines that I've already created for myself. Because it can get, you know, dangerous if I try to like add anything now. I just want her to have a little bit of definition here. And I'll check the group chat in a second if anybody's talking. I don't want to miss anything. See how much of a difference that makes? Ooh, we're at like an angle. Let me fix that. Alrighty. My camera setup is here. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come over here and just move everything this way. There we go. It's better, right? Alrighty. Definitely better. I just want it to be obvious where everything is on her face. Well, on her whole body, I guess I should say. I should really change this music. I'm afraid that when I go to post this later, I'm gonna get flagged for copyright stuff. That has happened to me a few times, unfortunately. Alrighty, I'm in the zone. There we go. This to me is like the best part. I'm just getting all these final lines in here. It just makes it look more complete when it has like finished line art. All I'm using at the exact moment is a red colored pencil, an erasable one, so that I don't, so that it stays nice and light. I just want to stick with one color scheme, make my life a little bit easier. Yeah. Just adding a few hairlines. Keeping it simple, very satisfying. Okay. There's not much method to my madness at this point. Oh yeah, this is where I need to put in some of my earrings, put those back in. There we go. They are doing some hardcore construction at my neighbor's house. So if you can hear it, then that's what you hear. If you can hear it, then that's what you hear. Hell yeah. All right, guys. I need to keep checking my phone to make sure I'm still in the light. Okay. There we go. My poor doggos, they're doing all this construction at the house across the street from us, and my dogs are just like, they want in so bad. They're like, let us help you. We can dig. Boy, can they dig. I refuse to plant any plants around where my dogs hang out because they stay on the line outside for their own safety. They'll run out into the road. So I have to keep anything that I would plant in the garden, I have to keep it far, far away from them. I might come back in with like a bit of a darker color here soon for her eyes and eyelashes. As soon as I get done with her hair. Not sure what happened there, but it looks cool. Alrighty. Oh, I'm off camera here. I'm gonna come down a little bit because I keep having to like look. My camera situation is a little bit bonkers. Let me get zoomed out a tad. There we go. Trying to fix this like weird line art situation going on with her hair, but I think it is what it is. There we go. You're not gonna be able to see any line art on this bow, which is fine. I feel like just giving the indication of line art right here is like kind of cool. Or an outline, I should say. All right. Honestly, I could do all of this line art later on my own time and focus on her highlights on her face, because that is arguably my favorite part. Also very nerve-wracking, but I really do love that part, like just how it ends up looking. You guys even see what I'm doing? Oh my goodness. Let me get back on camera. There we go. Let's see here. Alrighty. I do believe that I could stop with the line art on the hair and just do it later. I do feel like this stuff got a little bit undefined. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, let's just get her bun real quick because I do want that to be a little bit more also defined. Because Sailor Pluto has a bun. But you already knew that. There we go. I really love when the hair comes and attaches back to itself. I just think it's so satisfying. There we go. All right. Who's ready for highlights? Let's do this. All right, and I want to get her jawline. Let me sharpen this a little bit better. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? I've not been paying attention to time. Shadow Scales back again. Hello. Hi. Hello, hello. I think yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna do her jawline. That's why I sharpened my pencil. I see how quickly I forget what I'm doing. I think that's just an artist's mind. It just goes. Never stops. All right, I am content. Am I? Okay, yeah, I'm content with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not going to use, I think, like an acrylic pen. What I'm gonna use instead is my charcoal pencil. Just to, yeah, it's just like a white charcoal, because I can like rub it off if I don't like it, but also I think her skin is so dark so that I think having anything too light would probably be startling. So let's go in a little bit light here. Nice and easy. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I'm telling you guys, I cannot win. I sharpen and break these things so much. Ugh. Come on. And I can never get it out. Infuriating. Infuriating. I'm sharpening this over my trash can. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. My pencil ended up getting this bit of this like natural sharp tip, so I'm gonna try to use that. Wish me luck. We'll see how this goes. Let's see here. Try to bring it to a point a little bit. Okay. All right, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. Alrighty. Since this lead is so soft, I'm just going to the paper behind this and just shaping it so that it has more of like a point. There we go. And I'm gonna get her nose. Do you see I'm doing the lightest of touches here? All right. Look how much just that does. Wow. Just that little bit is so transformative. There we go. That's more like it. Now for her eye, I am going to I'll probably actually use a gel pen for her eye since it's like a little bit darker. And I'm gonna want it to shine more. Let me grab my pencil, my other pencil. So this is my darker reddish pencil here. Let me risk sharpening this. We'll see what happens. Alrighty. She looks like she put on too much mascara. Like it got clumpy. That's okay. We still love you, Pluto. There we go. That looks a little bit better because it's like nice and dark, huh? Now, I might use this and see if it shows up on her her really, really dark bow. Oh no, I'm losing all my like good light. Here, maybe I can close my blinds again. Kind of see what happens. Ooh, is that better? I can't tell. I can't tell if that's better or worse. I think I'm a little darker, but I mean, I can see better. That's for sure. Alrighty. So I think I might stop here. Let me just get her bow real quick and see if this even shows up, like if it's even worth it. Now I have to be really careful with this pencil because if I brush the page, it will do line streaks across the page. We do not want that. There we go. I feel like it kind of, you can kind of see it, right? Alrighty, and then over here. There we go. And I'm going to use that grayish cherry color to do these. Because that's what I did for the shading. If you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. There we go. Kind of see what's going on out there. Alright, I am going to do, I'm going to do more of the line art later for sure, for the hair and stuff like that. There's a part of me that's just like, oh, it's done. It's done. Don't complicate it. There's that part of me. Whoa. All right. All right, I think this is probably where I stop. I keep saying that, and then I keep not stopping. There we go. I really wanted this lip to be like up a little bit higher. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, she's got freckles. Do I do freckles? think she looks good how she is. All right. Last thing is a little bit of a highlight in her eyeball. This pen drives me crazy, so hopefully it cooperates. There we go. Better than nothing. I have to draw on my hand in order to make that work. Okay. Cool. All right. She is, oh, I gotta sign it. She is mostly done. I'm definitely gonna go back in and do a little bit of line art later. But that is it for the most part for Sailor Pluto. Let me try my light here. You can see it a little bit better. Oh, I hate how my camera adjusts it. Oh, infuriating. Because it definitely just made everything look really warm and yellow. This is not the final color. Not what you guys can see, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna put, I'm gonna put my signature on here, and I'm gonna put it right about here-ish, or down here. I try to put it in a very central location so that like nobody can steal it. I'm sure if somebody wanted to, though, they would. I don't mind putting my signature so close to the front, like the finished product, because it's pretty simple. All right, guys, here she is, Sailor Pluto. Thank you to everybody who joined. I am really happy with how she turned out. I think she looks really great. Wouldn't you agree? I think she looks so good. Yay! Thank you to everybody who joined my live, and I will definitely be doing more. I'm trying to do them more consistently, so it's a little bit more predictable. But yeah, oh my gosh, this lighting is just not doing her justice. Let me try doing this real quick. That's a little bit better. Yeah. All right. Here she is, Sailor Pluto in all her glory. And yeah, that's about it for now. For today, I guess I should say. Used all my beautiful alcohol markers to draw her, and I think she turned out really good. I'm really proud of myself for this like side profile that I got. That's very hard to draw, so I am getting better and I'm very happy about it. So like and subscribe if you're watching this in the future, and hopefully I'll have like, you know, a lot more live streams that I'm gonna, like, you know, I'll try to do a lot more live streams in the future, you guys, and try to keep you updated and post about it. And follow me on Instagram if you aren't already, because that is where I usually post like the final results and the finished pieces. I don't usually put them here on YouTube because there's not really a space for it. So yeah, thank you for everybody who joined, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.